Live in your area code. You now listening to the new FATisLife, FATisLife. Check it out, check it out, check it out.
Roll the dice, my baby needs shoes. Can't eat dreams, my babies need food. They used to say you gotta pay dues. Now they give it to you cause your hair cut cool. I play to win, I don't play to lose. Come to kill shit, I don't play to bruise.
So I was born in East Orange, New Jersey, and I grew up in some different countries. So mostly I grew up in the UK, and I was always back and forth to New York and also Jamaica because my mom is Jamaican. So it's back and forth. So I'm blessed to say that I have lived in 3 different countries. They both intertwine, but I would definitely have to say that music will be my first love always. That's my first passion. I mean, as an artist in 2019, I was just about to say 2018, but as an artist in 2019, you have to be able to be a brand and actually be able to do different things and not just only do one thing. But I do model and I do music, but music is my main focal point. Absolutely. All day, every day. When did I start my musical journey? I would say I started when I was 4. I started singing when I was 4. I started off in the church, as we all do. And then obviously as you evolve and you find your sound, you find yourself as an artist, you then do your own thing. So I've been doing this for quite a long time, but I would say that when I really decided to start the whole Tim Victor thing was when I was 21. And that was like 7 years ago. So I just gave away my age. Okay, so I got into modeling, as I said before, that modeling and music do intertwine a lot, music and fashion. So when I used to do my artist stuff, I would actually have a lot of shoots, and I'm around a lot. A lot of my friends are photographers and stylists that work within the fashion industry. So, you know, I love looking good. I love taking pictures. So because I was around a lot of that, you know, my friends encouraged me and was just like, yo, I really feel like you should try and pursue this. And I was like, you know what, why not? And I tried it out and it's working great for me. And I'm thankful, like it's good because then I model, but then they're like, oh, yo, he can sing. So that's a plus on top of that. Do you see what I mean? Not just only just being able to do one thing, but just being able to do a whole lot of different things. It's great. That changes every now and again, but my personal style would definitely have to be hipster, borderline urban, borderline chic, borderline classy. It really depends on how I feel, man. Like, you know, a lot of people call me Black Jesus. So I kind of work with that sometimes. But yeah, I just love the hipster look. I just like fashion. I like being able to look good and expressing myself through fashion and how I dress. I love that. So, yeah. So what's next for Tim Victor, the brand, will definitely be more. I will be releasing music this year. A lot of people have been asking me for my music, but that's definitely going to happen this year. A lot more modeling opportunities, a lot more creative ventures, a lot more self-discovery, working on me, and just being able to be the best version of myself, because, you know, at times it can be so hard just doing what you love and just discovering what you love and making opportunities for yourself with doing what you love. So that this year, just more opportunities, more going for it and forgetting fear and just going for it because it has to be done. My musical inspirations will definitely have to be 3 people, and sadly they have all passed and gone. That would have to be Michael Jackson, Marvin Gaye, and Bob Marley. It can be really hard as an independent artist because you have to finance everything. You have to find the right people, which that can be really hard. You know, you're living in New York and people have their hidden agendas, which they may not show you at that time. So it can be really hard. I would just say, as an indie artist, definitely believe in yourself and just be cautious about the people you have around you. Yo, that's a really good question. I don't know. I really don't know what it is. I feel like R&B soul music is so self-explanatory. It's soul. It's what's in here. It's what it's very, it's soul. It's so self-explanatory. And with a genre like that, it's real. And I feel like we're living in a society right now where it's so superficial. People are scared of real. So you don't really hear a lot of artists right now in the mainstream world with real, authentic, transparent music. It's just like that's been put on the back burner, and the music that's out now is just is good for just a temporary time, but it's just so superficial, all about twerking and I'm in love with the coco and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, like it's a good sound, it's good to hang out with your friends with and stuff like that. But when you're really going through something and you really want to hear something, you don't want to hear something verbally, you want to hear something creatively and something that's musical that can actually connect to what you're going through and really speak to your situation. I feel like R&B, soul, gospel music and stuff like that does that. You know what I mean? And it's like I was having a conversation with a friend of mine that's why you find that Whitney Houston, Bob Marley, Marvin Gaye, Anita Baker, all these artists, their music still plays today because that's what you call timeless music. Whereas with the music you hear now, it's only for a time. You're not going to hear music that you hear today in 10 years time, but you're still going to hear Whitney Houston. You're still going to hear Marvin Gaye. And I feel like that's because they were in a place where it was authentic, it was true, it was vulnerable. They went in the studio, they spoke what's on their heart, and they were being artists. They weren't compromising who they were, and that's why their music is still effective today and timeless and will forever be that way. Does that make sense? Yeah. I'm normally an extrovert. I'm normally a bubbly person, but if you don't really know me and you see me before a performance, you'll be like, Tim, are you okay? But I just go into a place where I just really zone out and I really just center myself and get ready for a performance because I take every performance seriously. It's like you're going on stage, you're actually being transparent. You're not only just going on stage to sound good, you're going on stage to expose who you really are. So for me, I really just center myself. I pray sometimes. No, I pray all the time. And I really just get into that zone where I can prepare myself and give an effective performance. So that could be by listening to some music, that could be listening to an inspirational sermon or a message or something motivational, and just basically just saying, yo, Tim, you got this, you can do this, you're more than capable, and just going ahead and really doing what I am called to do. Definitely the stage. The stage, there's just something so magical about being on stage. I love the studio too, don't get me wrong, but if I had to choose, it would definitely be the stage because there's something so beautiful about having everybody together, connecting with everybody, you know, being able to just connect with the people that you're in front of and just being free and just being vulnerable and just being open. It's a beautiful art, it's a beautiful thing, and you just don't know what people are going through, and you could save them, you know, by doing what you love. But also what I love about the studio is the fact that the technical part of it disciplines you as a singer, and with your voice and different things you actually discover and you find out in the studio that you could do with your voice that you never thought you could do. For me personally, that's my experience, but I definitely love both, but definitely the stage all day, every day. And that's hard. I have so many.
Yeah, so give me one past and present.
Past and present. All right, cool. Present right now would have to be Fantasia Barrino. Fantasia Barrino. Present for somebody that on stage and how they command the stage and how they're just a force to be reckoned with. Fantasia. In the past, Michael Jackson, Bob Marley, Marvin Gaye. So much people. First of all, I would say think about why you're doing it first. Think about why you're doing it. Believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, ain't nobody else gonna believe in you. Ain't nobody else gonna believe in you, yeah. And basically think about why you're doing it and surround yourself with the right people and get a plan together and execute that plan. Do not care about what anybody has to say. Do it. And if you feel fearful, that's okay. Feel the fear and do it anyway, because fear is not real. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Just do it anyway, because the moment you do that, you will start to realize, like, yo, I always say life begins at the end of your comfort zone. You can't grow if you're in your comfort zone. So as an artist, sometimes we love to feel comfortable, but our art actually becomes more effective when we come out of a place of comfort. And then you start to realize, oh my God, I can do this. Whereas if you were in your comfort zone, you would not have thought that you could do that because you're so comfortable. So believe in yourself, think about why you did it, think about why you're doing it, have a wonderful team, have a plan and execute that plan and go for it. Boom. All right, so when I used to eat chicken, I would say cornbread and collard greens.
Never meant to cause you no pain. Said I just wanna go back to being the same. But I only wanna make things right before you all time.
To the new FATisLife, check it out, check it out, check it out.
Roll the dice, my baby need shoes. Can't eat dreams, my babies need food. They used to say you gotta pay dues. Now they give it to you cause your hair cut cool. I play to win, I don't play to lose. Come to kill shit,